Good morning, collective. I am back with another message for you guys for today. Today I want to try a little something different. So I was thinking about what you guys might want to hear, and I've just been paying attention to the types of content that is out there and what you guys may be interested in, and let me know if I'm right, but I'm getting that love and relationships are probably one of the biggest things, right? So I figured today I would specifically focus on love and relationships. I do have some other videos that I've recorded in the past that may still resonate with somebody out there, so I think I might put them out there because it's content that I was creating for you guys anyway. I just never put it out there. So today I'm gonna be focusing on love and relationships. And that's for the collective and for the sign of Virgo and for the sign of Pisces. So when I upload those videos, you can check those out. I do want to remind you guys again that I am doing the Ancestor Vigil for Halloween. And then I'm going to do the St. Michael Chaplet for Dia de los Muertos for the month of November. So that's going to be a 30-day novena. Moving right along, I hope everybody is well and enjoying their lives. And if you're not, find something to be grateful for. It always brightens up my day. It's just a suggestion for you guys, right? So I'm going to pull your cards. And today's focus is on love and relationships. Coming out, we've got the King of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Like, this is crazy to me with this Queen of Swords. I don't know what's going on with everybody. But, I don't like to see the Queen of Swords in a love reading, especially. Unless, her divine counterpart is there, right? Because at least they'll understand each other. Doesn't necessarily have to be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It could just be you, collective, embodying this energy of, you know, making boss moves, making boss decisions, communicating effectively. But I do see a King of Cups offering you some type of love or opportunity. I'm going to pull some more cards so that I can get a clearer message. You can find me at Virgo Moon Insights on Instagram, Facebook, and on Keen Psychics, where I am accepting bookings and arranged bookings at this time. You can chat with me there as well. I will leave a description, and I will leave all of my information in the description below. So if you're looking for anything such as spell work, classes, etc., you can find all of that information in the description below. So let's get into this. I always say, like, I shuffle so amazingly well as long as the camera's not rolling. So right away, collective, the message that I'm getting is that you could potentially be making connections online with the world here. I'm getting the World Wide Web. I do see this King of Cups coming in to offer love and stability and commitment with the Ten of Pentacles here, and the new opportunity with the Ace of Wands, and the message from the Knight of Pentacles. However, I do see some of you maybe in conflict with someone in your surroundings, someone a little bit sneaky, a little bit could be cruel at times, a little harsh, someone who wants to win at all costs, someone who you know, someone who you had a new beginning with, but it was a false start with the Fool here. Sorry, there's a lot of glare, so I might pause a little bit. Have my glasses on today, yay, because I couldn't see yesterday. But I do see you taking a break, taking some time to heal yourself, taking some time for yourself with the Four of Swords here. But I am getting like also a completion of a cycle. So in the past, for some of you, I see that you may have been in a commitment which you felt like was really fulfilling. Oh, this is the Three of Swords. So I see that in the past that you had a relationship that may have been really fulfilling, or on the surface like it looked that way, but with the Three of Swords here, not the Four of Swords, with the Three of Swords here, I'm seeing that that you guys had a lot of burdens with this relationship, like a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, a lot of anxiety is what I want to say, and like a little bit of, you know, mental trap with the Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords, giving me Ten of Swords vibes, like Dark Night of the Soul type vibes, and with the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords giving me like a mental prison type of a situation that you had to cut off and cut out of your life. And it was like you just determined, like with the Death card, I would believe, well, I wouldn't believe, but that's what it would be. That's what it is. With the Death card, it would be like a cycle of death and rebirth. But with the World card here, it's a completion of a cycle. So this cycle is over, this relationship, because I see with the spread that I have here with the Queen of Swords, who, let me tell you, has been popping up in almost everybody's readings. Well, Virgo, Pisces, and the collective. It's like you guys are embodying this energy right now in this time space, that you're not taking, you know, whatever people are offering you. You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God, right? You don't want anybody coming to you with bogus offers or bogus opportunities, because you thought you had this great, well, for some of you, you thought you had this great relationship here with the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups with someone, and it turned out to be like a false relationship. Something about it left you feeling broken and sad and distraught with the Five of Pentacles here. It's like someone who really didn't, I want to say, that person appeared like they cared, but they really didn't. Coming up with the you know, trying to get away with sneaky behavior, deceptive behavior, not wanting to work together with the Three of Pentacles here, not wanting to commit, or I'm getting that actually. I'm really getting that. Like something about the offer seemed promising, and it seemed like there was some type of wish fulfillment there with the Ten of Cups, like, you know, you're happily ever after, but it all just ended up being something that wasn't even worth your time. And I mean, I guess lessons in life are always worth our time, right? So maybe you're not feeling like this relationship was fulfilling after you got your rose-colored glasses off, because, you know, there's this King of Cups who's very very aware of their feelings and how feelings work and how emotions flow and how that type of energy, you know, functions. And it could have been like very, very promising, but what ended up happening was just deceit and lies. And And a lot of like, broken promises. I see a lot of broken promises. I see false starts, with the Fool and the Ace of Wands here, and then you have the Seven of Swords. So I'm also seeing that there may have been a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in the situation, or you could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and you had this relationship in which you felt like you were flourishing. It was a great opportunity for you, with this Ace of Wands. But eventually you realized that it wasn't what it appeared to be. It to you, it appeared to be like, we're going to work together. But it was like this person was always in competition with you, like always trying to one up you, always trying to, take from you in somehow, some way, some shape, or some form. And their communication was really, really harsh at times, like very cruel, very like, very cruel, very sneaky behavior, very deceptive behavior. They had, with the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, the Five of Swords, you see one person with 3 swords and then everybody else has turned their back. And it's like, it's an empty victory, right? So this person was continuously in conflict with you and having these empty victories. So they never were happy to begin with. But they continuously showed up as, a thief in your life, whether it was a thief taking your energy, distorting communication, somehow, some way making it all about them. Like, they were very manipulative with this energy. I don't see the Magician, but I am getting manipulation here with the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. So it's giving me a clear picture of someone whose offer was false. Like and I'm getting that ringing in my ear, like they showed up in your life as a fraud, right? So whether it was fraudulent behavior, they could have been somebody who, presented themselves as stable, but they were actually very emotionally unstable, very mentally unstable, and just a thief overall. Like, and I see this person literally with the Queen of Swords here and the Seven of Swords trying to like steal your joy. Like, something about mental manipulation, something about like communication, the way that they spoke to you, the way that they behaved, the way that they thought about you, the way that they got other people to think about you with the Five of Swords here. So even with the people that they're in competition with, they're, or even the people like, and I could see this, like even the people they worked with, it's like, I can see this, that even in the situations that they worked in, even at their job, like people knew you to be one way, and that could possibly not be the truth. However, actually it wasn't the truth at all. They were painting this picture of you that was false with the Seven of Swords. And with the Queen of Swords, you're like, you cut this person out of your life, you dead that situation. I love to say dead that. But like, you were over that. And with the World, you just kind of like said the end. Like, I'm over this. I'm tired of this. I don't want this. And it's been something that's just been showing up a lot in the readings that I've been doing. And I shuffled these cards after I read them, and I shuffled them when I get back to them, and I do my little knocks and I do my saging. So it's like, it's a very prominent message. I do my clearing, my cleansing, my grounding. I do all of the things that I need to do. It's just a very clear message to me that, a lot of you are just dealing with, finally coming out of illusions. And with the Fool here, it's like, the Fool in the World, this is a totally new thing. And typically this would signify there's no more need to do a reading, right? So going to a tarot reader, if you see the Fool in the World, this is a totally new thing that's happening. This is a totally new world. This is a transformation, a transfiguration into a totally different thing. So there's no more need to go further and to look deeper, because whatever happened in the past is gone. It's dead. It's over with, especially with the Three of Swords. It's been dead, right? But I really like how a lot of you have been taking on that role of executioner. I know it's specifically for when I do Virgo readings lately. Virgo has been coming up as the Queen of Swords a lot. And although the Queen of Swords has been coming out in everybody's readings, as far as for Virgo, it's just been like very clear that Virgo is at a place in their lives where they're just feeling like, you know, they want more for themselves. And it's interesting because it's like, I get the same feeling for the collective. I get the same feeling that we all are just tired of the same old, like the patterns that we've been repeating, and relationships with others, with the Three of Pentacles here, because that's also relationships with others, right? And then it's like third party situations also, and relationships. So, you know, I always say, like, if you are one of those people who want to be in a polyamorous relationship, or you don't want a commitment, it's like being upfront about this, right? But a lot of people, especially in my age group, are refusing to show up authentically. And I don't know if that's just my age group, because I could read cards for days and figure this out, but or I could, you know, just channel a message and figure it out. But there's certain things that I just feel like they're not worth my time or my energy. However, I am feeling like in the present moment, everybody is going through this cleansing cycle, right? And it's that time for that. Like, I know I've been saying that it's definitely not time to be doing like specific types of magic. For those of us who practice, it's just not the time to be manipulative, and it's not the time to be instead of thinking of what it's not the time for, let me tell you what it is the time for. It's the time for being honest. It's the time for being, you know, who you are, showing up authentically. It's the time for truth. It's the time for walking your path. It's the time for opportunities from the universe. It's the time for the ending of toxic cycles. And also the World card could mean the end of good cycles, you know? Like, for some of you, this is situations that's going to be coming into your life. These are things that you I wouldn't say you have to look forward to, but these are things that will be showing up in your world. So for some of us, things have been really, really hectic and really horrible, but we've managed, right? Well, that cycle is over. And for some of us who have been, having, you know, a much better experience overall, the wheel is turning, the cycle is ending. So it's going to be a bumpy road for some of us. However, I feel like a lot of you know this, and you're kind of keeping it close to your chest, kind of keeping that information very close, because you know that this is a cycle like any other cycle, and that you do have the world in your hands, and you'll be able to manifest and you know, draw forth what you want, attract what you want. And you know, if something shows up in your life and you don't want it and you don't wish to attract it, you're not, you know, you're not giving it any energy with this Four of Cups here. But with the Four of Cups, it's also saying to me that some of you are just not happy at the present moment with the offers that you're getting, or in the future, in the past, you haven't been happy with the opportunities that you've been getting, or you won't be happy with the opportunities that you're getting. But these opportunities, instead of looking at the 3 cups that are before you that aren't bringing you any joy, look at the 1 cup that's being offered to you by the heavens. It always gives me, with the 4 of Cups, it always gives me the same feeling of the Ace of Cups, because it's like any of the aces is an opportunity from the divine, whether it comes from somebody you don't know, or it comes from, I mean, the divine works through us all, right? So I don't know about you, but I don't know if God is going to touch down on planet Earth and be like, here. Some of us may say, yeah, he will. But normally, God uses source, universe, uses people, right, to bring us these opportunities, to bring us this new understanding of ourselves and of life and what we are worthy of, right? And it's like with the Four of Cups, it's like the divine is letting you know that you are worthy of so much more. Look at this cup. Focus on this opportunity. Focus on this thing. But you're still thinking about how these 3 cups are right before you and how they didn't bring you any satisfaction and they didn't bring you any happiness, and totally neglecting the fact that you have this amazing thing coming forward. And the amazing, I mean, you know it's coming, right, collective? You know it's coming. It's like you've been trying to focus on that, manifest that, and your 3D reality with the High Priestess here, like really, really knowing that it's coming, right? And then with the Two of Wands, waiting on those ships, holding that world in your hands and making your plans for the future. While the opportunity comes and some of you are just like, well, I don't want that opportunity. And that's okay, because it's like, that's what the end of this cycle is all about. It's about identifying what it is that you do want and realizing what you don't. And not taking just anything, right? Not accepting just anything. And I know the Four of Cups gets a bad rep, but the Four of Swords, the Four of Cups, I don't know why I'm feeling like you guys need to rest, okay? Like, so I keep saying Four of Swords. Some of you probably are dealing with some illness right now. Some of you may be dealing with just needing to take a break, some self-care, taking care of yourselves. Like, and I feel like that is the most important thing overall in this whole message. It's like, well, you can't stay in one energy constantly. You can't stay in this state of mind where you're always doing. And that I think that's what the High Priestess is here for, is saying, like, sometimes you just need to rest in the knowing. Rest in knowing that you'll be okay and everything is going to work out in the end, because it's all a cycle, right? And with the Two of Wands in the world, it's also telling me, like, some of you may have some success with something online. Like, maybe you're thinking of starting a business online and you've been thinking about it for a while, and you know you'll be successful with this Knight of Pentacles, but it's slow coming, slow going. And you just have to stay committed and you just have to stay focused. But be mindful that you need to determine what is your price at the off. What is it that means success for you? Is it the Ten of Pentacles? Do you see fulfillment in a loving, committing relationship that is emotionally fulfilling? Do you see, you know, the Ace of Wands, passionate new beginnings, as your success? Do you see being able to attract what you want, but it's also like waiting period, kind of like gives me the Hanged Man energy? Or do you see like the sneaky deceptive behaviors that have been in your cipher? Is that something that you want to continue? Like, it's really just about right now being in a transitory phase, but the changes are coming. They're just slow, right? And you need to stay in this energy of working with other people. And I'm getting strongly that there's been some conflict in somebody's job, right? And it's one of those situations where it's like, some of you may have lost your job or been fired from a job because of some conflict with people outside of yourself. People who, I mean, the 5 is change. The 3 is like making something new. 1 + 1 = 3, right? Making something new with the 2. And then the 5 of Swords is giving me straight up and down, like, somebody lost their job over BS. So some of you could be dealing with a little bit of those hardships at the moment, or like a decrease in finances because of some conflict at work and some sneaky deceptive behavior. But there is an opportunity coming with the Two of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles here, I do see a new opportunity coming, but it may be after this cycle is over. Or there could be just a decrease in your finances at this moment in time. But with the Fool and the World, like I said, whatever you've been dealing with that's been holding you back, or you feel like it's been holding you back, it's definitely going to be changing for you. Or whatever has, been going great, just keep in mind that life is a cycle, it's an unfolding, and there's these ups and downs that we go through, so just be mindful of that. I do see some of you here in the present moment, in the past, or the future, that you will be receiving some sort of offer from someone coming in with a message, giving you some type of cash payout, or some type of, I want to say blessing, but like I said, with the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, this can also be some type of punishment. So some of you may be going to court. It's Libra season. So when I see balance scales, I think of Libra, but I also mostly think of justice. I don't see justice here. So it may work in your favor, it may not, but the 6 is also balanced, 3 and the 3, right? But it's definitely like somebody else is in control of what you receive. So there's some receiving and there's some giving, but the determination of what you receive or what you have to give is coming from a third party. It's coming from an outside source. However, with the Knight of Wands here, I feel like the Knight is bringing in some type of passionate new beginning or some type of passionate offer with the 6 of Pentacles. Clarify the Knight of Wands for me for the collective. And with the Fool and the High Priestess, I feel like this is something, like I said, you already knew. And you're taking a leap of faith into the future because you know it's going to work out in the end. And that leap of faith will serve you. And that's I guess that's where the receiving and the giving and receiving are coming into play. It's like, because you're on this journey of self-discovery of your connection with the divine, right? And I think that that's what it was. Like in this reading, it seems like your life so far has just been about your love relationships, and it's about loving yourself first and teaching what you know. So that may be what it is. Like some of you are giving of your time. I see volunteering. Some of you are giving of your love, of your affection, of your finances, of yourselves, just to find a greater purpose, a greater meaning of love and relationships and happiness. And I know that we started this as a love relationship reading, so I don't want to go too far off the beaten path, but I see that in your previous relationships with the 4 of Cups here, you haven't been happy. And I think that that's what the world is signifying. The world and the Fool here is signifying that you haven't been happy in the past and you need a totally new relationship, like a totally new thing. But the most important thing is having a successful relationship with yourself. With the High Priestess here, with the B and J, this is like, I see a lot of sex with the Ace of Wands. So a lot of, temporary relationships maybe in the past. And the one opportunity that you felt like you had for some of you was with this King of Cups. And that totally blew up in your face. And you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm done. I'm definitely down for the count. But with the World and the Fool, I don't see that happening. So buckle up for safety, right? Because there's no telling what's coming in. when it comes to the world and the Fool, it's trusting in the divine with the Hierophant here, and knowing that you're going to be okay with the High Priestess, and knowing also that whatever does happen with the Six of Pentacles, there's going to be balance. And I think that's what you've been calling in here with the Two of Wands. You've been calling in balance. Like I said, you're tired of this back and forth type of energy of arguing and having arguments with others, and always this like sneaky deceptive behavior, either you or somebody else, and you're just like, you're killing those situations. And I love seeing that type of stuff, because let me tell you, it makes no sense to me to focus on the past and to keep worrying about what happened, when it happened, and how it happened. It's like, who cares? And I don't mean that in like a derogatory way. I just mean that in it can't do anything for you. It's in the past. And ultimately, I can't tell you to live for the future, because there's power in the present moment. It's all about the present moment, because that's all we have. And in the present moment, I just see you not giving up. You're not giving up, but you're not accepting bullcrap. So collective, keep in mind, Mercury is retrograde. That, me fumbling my words here, just reminded me that we've got 6 planets in retrograde right now. And by the end of the month, there's only going to be like 2 in retrograde. So there's a lot of energy that is, you know, at play here. So I think that with these retrogrades, when these planets go direct, especially with when Mercury decides to go direct, then a lot of this heavy, kind of sad, burdensome energy is shifting for the collective. It's shifting for everyone, right? So I know that, I'm sorry, I missed out, but I know that for a lot of you, I was going to say Jupiter is in Aquarius, but it's also retrograde, but I don't know. Something just told me that's not important for this reading. Okay, balance spirituality and practicality. So some of you are thinking about expanding, changing your worldview, thinking about, you know, there may be some rebellious action, you know, some expansive, you know, broadening your horizons, but in a non-conventional way with the World Wide Web here and the Jupiter in Aquarius in retrograde. And I think that that's what I was getting there. You and your loved ones are safe. So for some of you who've been thinking about this tumultuous time that you're going through, how it's impacting or affecting your life overall and the people that you love, and it's just letting you know that you and your loved ones are safe. Don't let pride get in the way. So with this Knight of Wands here and this Queen of Swords here, I am getting that a lot. Like, you know, just having dealt with certain things in the past, you're just like, and the Four of Cups, like, I don't want this. But keep in mind that pride is one of those 7 deadly sins, right? So we just want to be mindful of grounding, reminding ourselves that we are living in a 3D reality. We are human beings. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, right? So we want to temper all of this sword energy with a little bit of humility. And I know that humility gets such a bad rep, but it really shouldn't, because the other side of that is arrogance, right? And pride goeth before fall. And with this Fool in the world here, I feel like I need to tell you that just be cautious and mindful of that. So I'm getting heavy Pisces, Cancer, Leo energy. I've got all the signs here, but with the Moonology cards, those are the signs that are most prominent. And with don't let pride get in your way, I feel like when you're moving towards your new future, your new, existence as it is, when you are completely transformed, you're going to want to temper your, you should be not boastful, but you should be proud of yourself, but kind of like, how should I put this? Yes, like you should be happy about how far you've come, and you should be happy in your present moment, and you should be grateful in your present moment, and looking over your life, but you should also not let that affect how you treat other people. So, like I said, some of you may have dealt with some, liars and deceivers and cheaters in the past who have come in bringing you offers of love and affection and attention, and it's only led to this Three of Swords energy, which brought you into this Queen of Swords energy, and now you're sitting on your throne, and that's a beautiful thing. But you want to be mindful that you were in this Three of Swords energy. You had to work your way through the swords. You had to go through the dark night of the soul. So temper that pride with a little bit of reality. Like I said, I'm a human being and I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, right? Well, that's what I mean. Like, don't let pride get in your way. Don't let pride stop you from your blessings that are moving forward. You may not even need the sword anymore, right? You may not need to embody this Queen of Swords energy, and you have to be prepared to let that go. Let your ego die and form a new one. Form a new reality. Form a new understanding. Form a new, being. And always when I see the High Priestess, I know you know this, right? I know you know this. It's something you've been thinking about for a while, right, collective? You've just been thinking about, everything that I've been doing has just been bringing me the same results. It's just been bringing me the same type of feelings, the same type of relationships, the same old, time and time again, and you're kind of over it. I apologize. And you're kind of over it. And I totally understand that, and I totally respect that. Right? I want to pull a healing mantra card. And then I'm going to pull a wild offering card, and I'm going to close out your reading. I am always tired because I never sleep. I mean, I sleep, but I feel like I don't sleep as much as I should. I mean, like, I was sick, and I felt myself getting, like, really sick, and I immediately took some Robitussin and just laid down for a day, and I was like, that's enough rest, and my body's like, no, bitch, it's really not. Excuse me. And I woke up, like, early this morning, because I try to wake up with just to at least see my daughter off if I don't wake up and enough time to spend time with her. I try to wake up at least to see her off. So days when I don't get to see her off, or I'm not very happy, but I'm well rested. I just need, okay, I'm going to take those. Encountering conflict, uncovering confidence. So with this, don't let pride get in your way. I think that that's what it's a clear message of have confidence, but don't be boastful. Don't be a braggart, right? I'm the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. And then this one, encountering conflict, I don't choose sides, I take a stand. So with the Queen of Swords, I think that that's exactly what it is. And moving forward into your future, you can take the things that you've learned with that Queen of Swords energy, the things that you've learned through your sword, process, the sword energy process that's been very prominent in a lot of these readings. You start with the Ace of Swords of Truth. You go into the moment of indecision with the Two of Swords. You go into, the heartbreak of it all with the 3, and then you get the rest with the 4, and then you get the conflict with the 5. So it's like, it's constant, like, communication with others, with yourself, with your thoughts, with the divine, with, it's like a constant push-pull, tug-of-war. And you finally, with the Queen of Swords, got to this point where you've mastered communication, right? You've mastered this energy, and only to now have to revamp and reconfigure how you communicate yet again, right? Because you can't stay stagnant. Stagnation is decay and destruction. And if you want to move forward, and if you want to live a new life, and if you want to be happy in your new life, you have to be willing to take the lessons from the past, but you can't make them define, you can't allow them to define who you're going to be in the present moment and who you want to be in the future. So you're going to always encounter conflict. The key is to remember your confidence. Remember to be confident. Remember who you are. And when you are walking in your purpose and in your truth, no matter what comes at you to attack you, you know who you are, you know where you stand, and you just won't take no crap. And that's really where we all should be. So I'm just going to pull this Wild Gathering card, and then I'm going to close out your reading. Now, listen, I don't know which one of y'all in this collective who is in constant conflict, but I'm telling you that the conflict is definitely either coming to a head or coming to an end. Either way, I see you being valiant. I see you continuing to live your purpose and your truth. So either way, you're good. So I wouldn't worry too much. Courage. Divine courage is not the absence of fear, but a nudge that says, keep going, do it, don't worry, all will be well. You have to get quiet enough to hear it. Dear Divine, may I feel your courage and your will. Sanctuary. A sanctuary resides inside you no matter what is happening. This inner temple beckons you to enter. Take a deep breath, enter, and sit down on the throne of your own heart. Creative blocks. If you are an artist of any kind, you can offer all work to the divine, making it God's alone. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. And with the High Priestess and the Hierophant here, we've got a divine pair, right? So I feel like a lot of you, collective, are stepping into your divinity and are finding relationships that serve you. And in particular, love and romance relationships. I see you guys, that's the thing that, it's not hidden, but that's the thing you're stepping forward to. You're finally stepping into your divine connections. You're finally stepping forward into leaving the karmic situations in the past and stepping forward into divinity. Stepping into, your goddess energy, your God energy on earth, right? And finding your divine counterpart, whomever that may be. These are two women in this, this is the High Priestess traditionally always shows up as a woman, and traditionally the Hierophant shows up as a man. But I see a lot of same-sex relationships. Like, people are finally accepting that, like I was saying yesterday, I'm gay, so be gay. Well, I'm not gay, I'm non-binary, but that's what I meant. Like, people just accepting who they are. And when you accept who you are, you call forth the person, because we attract who we are. We don't attract what we want. So when you accept who you are, when you're loving of who you are, when you realize you're deserving of love, and there's a sanctuary within yourself, and that, you are courageous and confident, and you have all the tools that you've learned in the past, you can apply them to your present and your future. When you are sitting in that energy, when you're sitting in that truth, there's so much that you're attracting, so much abundance, so much health, so much wealth. And that's really what it's all about, right? we pray for so many things on a regular basis, and those things usually don't really serve us at the end of the day, right? You thought you wanted these things with the Four of Cups. You thought you wanted all these things, and then you realize that you don't. But there's power in that too. Once you realize what you don't want, you can create and manifest what you do want with the Knight of Wands here. And some of you, like I said, could have been in a relationship in the past that was really like fantasy. It was all illusion. But now with the Ten of Cups, also, you can be stepping into a relationship that is more fulfilling because it's divinely guided, divinely orchestrated. And you can rest assured in that because it's the truth and you're walking your truth. Well, collective, that's all that I have for you today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you guys here again. Bye-bye.